What's up guys, I'm Steven.
And I'm Kylie, and we are real estate investors and short-term rental property managers who share our experiences and short-term rental tips and tricks here on YouTube.
Recently, we've had several questions from people asking about what they should look for in a property manager.
So in addition to being experts in their market, here's a list of 7 best practices that a property manager should, or in some cases should not, be doing.
And if you're self-managing, these are also things that you should be doing. So hit that like button and let's dive right in.
First up, your property manager should be keeping squeaky clean books.
Our business is structured where we collect all the revenue from guests and then we disperse it out either to the cleaners, to ourselves as our management fee, or to the owners as their proceeds.
We know that some people do it differently. Sometimes the property owner will collect all of the funds themselves, and then the property manager or co-host will invoice monthly for their services.
We really didn't want to be in the business of tracking down our payment from each owner every month, so we went with the first option.
But it's extremely important to make sure that there is a clear and simple paper trail from the money leaving the guest pocket and arriving into the owner's pocket.
The simplest way we found to do this is by creating a separate bank account for each property.
Funds received from Airbnb or whichever booking platform the booking was generated on flow directly from that booking platform into the bank account.
And then at the end of each month, that account is reconciled down to zero.
First, we pay out the cleaners, and then we pay ourselves a management commission and any potential reimbursements.
Yeah, we sometimes have expenses that we pay on behalf of the owners, like if we had to buy a new set of sheets.
And then the balance of that is transferred directly to the owner's account.
And then each month we explain that activity on a PDF statement and give the owners a little feel for how things are going at the property and what the forecast for the next month looks like.
Tomorrow's forecast is...
Second, your property manager should be visiting your property regularly.
If your property manager rarely visits your property, it's a big red flag. There's really not much else to say about it. If they don't have eyes on the property, they're missing things.
We have an assistant property manager who works for us, and he does a lot of our turnover inspections before guest arrival, but we also still make sure that one of us is visiting the property on a regular basis just to make sure we have eyes on the house.
Keep an eye on this stuff.
Number 3, they should know how everything in the house works.
In addition to visiting the house regularly and having walkthroughs, your property manager should also know how everything in the house works and all the little quirks.
When we first onboard a property, we go through every little detail of the house. We want to be prepared when guest questions come for how something works.
So we take notes of those quirks. We do like a sort of narrated walkthrough video where we say, you know, this light switch works for this light, or this is where the GFCI is in the kitchen, so that when a guest question comes up, we know how to answer it.
For example, we have one property where the light switch for the landscaping lights is kind of tucked into some bushes.
It's kind of hard to find, and we put instructions in the house manual, but some people don't look in the house manual, and then they come to us wondering where it is.
And then we have a quick response. We have a photo saved on our phone and kind of the note sheet of the property, exactly where the switch is, and so when someone asks, it's easy to send them a quick picture, a little arrow pointing on.
Or something.
Yeah. Quick answer.
Some other things we make sure to understand are how to operate the HVAC system, the hot tub or pool remotes, thermostats.
We also take note of what the light switches do and if there's three-way switches or any quirks about turning on lights and fans.
Yeah, fans is a good one because sometimes they're on a dimmer switch, so people will think that the bulb's burnt out, but really they just need to do the little press and hold.
To, up the brightness.
Lights dimmed.
Basically, we want to be well prepared when it comes to any question the guests might have on the operations of the house.
Number 4, your property manager should not be nickel and diming you.
When we onboard clients, we often hear their pain points with previous property managers.
And over the years, one that we've heard a lot is that their manager had a seemingly low management commission, but a lot of hidden add-on fees.
These were things like laundry or linen service fees, or add-on fees for restocking, or retainer fees for handyman, and the list goes on.
So to keep things simple and transparent, we charge a fixed percentage on the gross revenue each month.
This fully commission-based model makes our owners happy because they know that we're incentivized to get bookings for their property, otherwise we don't get paid.
And it's a relief for them to know that we aren't going to charge them for every little one-off thing like changing a light bulb or a smoke detector battery, which we should be doing anyways.
We only charge if there's something that's really labor intensive to repair or something that might require a specialized service provider or handyman.
Like when Steven changes out a shower cartridge or something that's just above and beyond.
Number 5, they should be managing the cleaning team and their quality.
Since we're a full service property management company, we like to let our clients be completely hands off if they want to be.
So if you're hiring a full service property manager, you should expect them to also source and hire a cleaner.
There are some companies that have in-house cleaning teams. That's something that we've chosen not to do.
Sometimes a client might have a cleaner that they've worked with for a long time and knows the house. We'll always take a look at those situations and give the cleaner a little trial after some Q&A and understanding their business.
And then we're also handling the scheduling, the quality control, and the payment.
And then our cleaners all receive a 1099 at the end of the year. So we handle that tax process with collecting the W-9 form from them and then processing the 1099 at the end of the year.
State tax, federal tax, social security tax.
Number 6, your property manager should be handling the landscaping and pool service.
Yeah, similarly to how we handle the oversight of the cleaning process, we do the same thing with landscapers and pool service providers.
The one difference here is that we don't pay out the landscapers or the pool service providers out of the property funds. That is billed directly to the owners. That's just how we've done it. Versus the cleanings do get paid directly from property funds.
So the property owner is responsible for their mortgage, the utilities, and then paying for those service providers where applicable, like pool or landscape service.
And then we're paying the cleaning team and also remitting any city taxes on their behalf.
Number 7, they shouldn't be having a set it and forget it pricing strategy.
If you ask your potential property manager how they handle their pricing and they say that they have a spring, summer, fall, winter rate with a midweek discount, run.
Dynamic pricing is super critical for making the best returns with a short-term rental, and it's also especially important as competition in the market increases.
Price Labs is a great tool that we use to influence our pricing, but it's not the only tool that we use.
We also look at historical pricing for properties in our portfolio and maybe that same property year over year, and we also keep track of hotel pricing in the area.
If you'd like more insight into our pricing strategy, we'll link a video on here that you can check out after this one. Maybe you could show it to your potential property manager as well.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.